What's up, world? Welcome back to Charge the Game podcast. We got to talk about the 49ers as they have fired my man Steve Wilks, man. And man, it's just not sitting right with me. I understand that a lot of things have to happen, at the end of the season. Somebody has to get scapegoated. This guy was completely scapegoated. I mean, my goodness. Like, how do you go the whole NFL season being known for your defense because of your coordinator? You fire him because of what? Damn the 49ers offense who couldn't get the ball in the end zone to score. Damn the special teams can't catch a punt return. Like, damn all of that, right? So you mean to tell me that this same defensive coordinator who had this defense locking Pat Mahomes up the whole first half of the Super Bowl is gone? Hey, man, it's just one of them things, man. And I know a lot of people are going to think and say the obvious, but I'm going to keep it professional, man, and not even say that, because I like to think that Kyle Shanahan isn't the type of guy who would look to scapegoat a brother. But, like they say, man, the brother man got to work 2 times harder than the other man, And you guys been following my channel. Y'all know that's not even my style to pull like the race card or whatever. So I'm going to stay off of that. But obviously the look of it is what it looks like, So I just have a few things to say about this, because it blows my mind that this guy was let go like that. It says this guy literally had the 49ers in the game the whole time. Literally the whole time. And you're going to blame the loss on him like that. Your players were tired. Your players were tired because you kept going 3 and out. How does this fall on the coordinator because your offense wasn't holding their end of the bargain? Now, I get it. Maybe if this would have happened in the Detroit situation, right? I believe he would have been fired at the end of the season. But they ended up pulling it off. And you know what? You have to look at football through a spiritual lens sometimes. You have to realize that the 49ers got lucky with the Detroit Lions, and they chose to use their luck wish. Like a genie in a bottle will grant you 1 wish, or he'll grant you 3 wishes. Like the Dragon Balls. You guys know what I'm talking about. And this guy, the 49ers, they were on the verge of losing that game. It just so happens that they got lucky. It also just so happens that the Chiefs pulled the same move they did. The Chiefs, in my opinion, were supposed to lose that game. However, they got lucky. And you have to understand that in the playoffs, in the Super Bowl, there has to be at least a small percentage of luck calculated into the whole equation. Then you got to think about how the defense held it down after Greenlaw popped his Achilles. I mean, do you guys honestly think that their defense would have slacked off if they still had Greenlaw in there, man? That dude makes a big difference. That dude is a huge being, and he would have been there to clog up a lot of that and help with a lot of that pressuring. And they let him go? What? Literally, you guys were known for the NFL's best defense all season long. Fred Warner, best linebacker. Greenlaw. Like the scheme, I don't think that the secondary was as good, but I know for sure Nick Bosa, Chase Young. Think about the money that they spent, prior to the trade deadline, and they had that much talent and could not get the job done, and they let it fall on Steve Wilks, man. Hey, I'm gonna say this: you didn't have your team prepared for the overtime rules. Offensive coordinator and Kyle Shanahan, who oversees the whole program of the franchise. And let me get this straight. The guy who actually had his stuff together moved from the booth to the sideline. This the guy that y'all can. Man, I tell you, man. And you know what's going to happen? That defense isn't going to play for another coordinator the way that they did. Because once you get a new face as an offensive coordinator and a defensive coordinator, it always takes the team a while to adjust. It just does. No matter how much they prove themselves in training camp, that's just to be on the roster. But that chemistry, man, it's just like a regular job, man. Sometimes one person can throw off a whole team, or sometimes the whole team can throw off one person. So you just never know with these misfits. Then you have Nick Bosa, who pretty much gave up Steve Wilks with his short steroid taking ass. He go out there and say that he wished that the defense was better prepared. He said that he wished that they were better prepared. Maybe he was talking about the whole team, but if you're a defensive guy and you're saying that you wish that you were better prepared, you're pretty much you're pretty much telling the world and the media that your coach did not have you prepared. And we all know that that was not the case. I don't like this, man. Like, man, I'm not gonna lie, I feel some type of way about this, man. But you know, sometimes bad things happen to good people. And at the end of the day, the NFL is a business, so they're gonna always look to see who they can scapegoat. Somebody has to pay, and I guarantee you this, that 49ers fan base is not going to be thinking that the defensive coordinator was a problem. Trust me. Like, I don't think that at all. I also know this, they're going to be just like my Eagles, because it's hard. It's hard to get to that stage and lose, man. I hope that they don't have a Super Bowl hangover, but normally that's what happens. Especially the way Deebo Samuels was looking. You know, the same guy that likes to come out of the tunnel, hitting the gritty with a speaker box. You know, look at, this is his second time. He got really, really close that year. They got eliminated in the second round, but this is his second time making it to that stage. It says the San Francisco 49ers have made a major coaching change after their heartbreaking overtime loss to the Chiefs in Super Bowl 2024. Steve Wilks has been fired as the 49ers defensive coordinator, head coach Kyle Shanahan announced on a conference call with reporters Wednesday. We felt pretty strongly that this was the decision that was best for our organization. Shannon said even though it was one I didn't want to make, it was something that once I realized that a different direction was the best for our organization, it's something that I have to do. So this right here lets me know that this came from up above. For Kyle Shanahan to say this came from higher up, because he said he didn't want to do it, but he had to realize, no, what you had to realize is it was going to be your ass or his ass, and it's better that it's his ass. So let's just be all the way real about that, because there's no way, and this is something else, there had to be some type of animosity going on in the background. If I'm a betting man, I would bet that Steve Wilks probably had a problem coming out that booth. He was up there in the suite, comfortable, calling plays. He's a guy that looks like he's probably stuck in his ways. Don't want to be on the field with all that rah-rah. Just want to do his job comfortably. And I believe that once he got on the sidelines and was out there with the teams, I believe he probably displayed at times certain attitudes, certain energies. I mean, there is no way. There has to be more to this. And we're going to see, because I'm quite sure a lot of shows are going to point out things that leaked or things that will be leaked, and we'll stay tuned. But there you guys have it, man. Steve Wilks, man. This guy's open, out on the market. So if your team is out there looking for a defensive coordinator, man, if I'm a fan, I'm emailing, I'm mailing, I'm going outside the stadium holding up posters to say, go get Steve Wilks, because this was a great defensive coordinator. And he's saying, Kyle Shanahan is saying that he wants a defensive coordinator that better fits the role of his players. Are you serious? Man, you know it's messed up when the Philadelphia Eagles fan base really are like wow. Like, even us, trust me, I'm in like all the fan pages, and this guy's faces everywhere, because people just can't believe it, and none of us as Eagles fans really believe that it was his fault, like, at all. So when you got a team who really don't like the 49ers, okay, even we're caught off guard, even we're in support of Steve Wilks, you know, being treated unfairly and let go. Like, we just can't put our finger on it. But hey, that's not our organization. Hopefully the 49ers, you know, find what they're looking for in their next defensive coordinator. But you guys weigh in on this and let me know what y'all think, as Steve Wilks has been let go. 49er banger gang, what do you guys say? I want to know how you guys feel about this, man. Weigh in on this topic. If you like the content, I want you guys to hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that notification bell so you guys can continue to get the latest when I drop my sport media takes. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. Like always, let me know how you charge the game. Peace.